So my boy, the Lonely Turnip, donated enough money through the Patreon Club to get his own video request. And his request was to hear my top 10 favorite songs off the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack. But I couldn't just do the top 10. I mean, this is my favorite soundtrack of all time. There isn't a single song on the soundtrack I don't like. So I decided to go above and beyond. Forget top 10, forget top 15, top 20. This is going to be my top 25 favorite songs off the Final Fantasy VII soundtrack. But this video took a lot longer than I thought because of all the additional songs. It took me over 2 months to make this video. So to make it up to you guys, I'll be giving away a copy of Final Fantasy VII on Steam to one lucky viewer who comments and likes this video. If you already own Final Fantasy VII on Steam, then I'll probably just give you a really cool poster or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We good? We good. On with the show! So before I begin, I'd like to do a couple honorable mentions. I didn't include the two songs that are played at the beginning and the end of the game, Opening Bombing Mission and The Planet's Crisis, because they're really long and full of sound effect parts and aren't exactly songs in their own right, although they do have sections that are a song. I just didn't really feel like they fit in with this list, but they're still very, very good. I didn't include the Chocobo theme, Electric Day Chocobo, just because it's not really my favorite Chocobo theme of the series. I didn't include Debut because it only plays during the small theater part and it doesn't really fit with the rest of the soundtrack, but I still think it's a good song. I also didn't include Who Am I and Stolen Materia because they're both short and a little bit repetitive, but I still think they're good for the moments that they're in. Lastly, I'd like to say that this piano remix CD, is magnificent. Cait Sith's theme. I wasn't even going to include this one on the list, but I gotta say, it's been growing on me lately. I mean, it's just so old-timey and just... It's so catchy, you know? It's so catchy. I love it to death. I don't even like Cait Sith, but I like this song. Maybe we could just have like a jukebox with us playing the song instead of Cait Sith and just following Cloud around. Descendant of Shinobi. When I originally played Final Fantasy VII, this song really didn't connect with me very well. But I have to say, ever since I started playing Final Fantasy VII pretty much every day of my life, and I made that Yuffie in-depth video, this song has really grown on me. It's one of those songs that as soon as you hear it, you think to yourself, I have to learn how to play this on piano. It's just really catchy and very quaint, I guess. Quaint? Is that a good description of this song? Quaint? Attractively unusual or old-fashioned. Yeah, kinda. Barrett's theme. I'm not sure what it is about this song, but I swear, even more so than maybe all the rest of the songs on this list, this song just screams Final Fantasy VII. It's just, it gives you this feeling as if you're in the slums, you know? It's just so fitting for the part of the game that it's in. And it fits Barret so perfectly well, you know? It's so abrupt and forceful, but then also has that small sad part that kind of reminds you of the sad parts of Barret's life. I mean, there's a reason that I use it for the intro of my Final Fantasy tutorial videos, right? It's good. I mean, it's really good, you know? It's like top notch. Cid's theme. Oh, just stop it right there. Oh, it's already so good. I can't even do this one. It's so good. I have to tell you, I've never heard a song quite like this before. This song made me want Cid to complete his mission to space 2 seconds after I had met him. I mean, I've known the guy for like 2 text boxes. He's already cussed me like 87 times, and I still want him to achieve his dream just because this song is so amazing. I wish they could play this song in the cockpit of the NASA rockets when they shoot up into space, because I swear it would be a better trip. It's just so epic, man. It's just so epic. Epic is the word. Just use that. Just say epic. Just epic. Words drowned by fireworks. Now this is a very special song, okay? It has this magic power to make us tear up at a moment that really wasn't even sad. You know, as I said before, I didn't really like Cait Sith, right? Even growing up, nowadays I still don't really like him. He's probably my least favorite character in the game, but the moment that he sacrifices himself, but not really because he just comes back, but he sacrifices himself, this song plays, and it makes you tear up. I mean, when I was playing the New Threat mod, I had people in my chat like tearing up. Like this song has this magical ability to make you feel sad for a character that isn't even really dying, but it's just that the song brings out the emotions within you. It's incredible. It's such an amazing song. I ain't really got anything else to say about it. It's just good. Hurry up. Not to be confused with Hurry, which is also a song on the soundtrack. Apparently they ran out of names. But this song just has to be on the list because every single time it gets to this part, I have to hum it. I have to hum it every time. It's just so... I have to do it. It's if I don't do it, then I'm not playing the game correctly. It also really makes you want to hurry up, which is the name of the song. So it's like cheese on a pizza. Rufus's welcoming ceremony. Now, I told myself I wouldn't put any song on this list just because it's catchy. But I had to include this, okay? It's... yeah. You know. Steal the Tiny Bronco. Now, I know I left out a couple other songs because they were short or only appeared in one part of the game, but this has always just been a personal favorite of mine, you know? It's just so uplifting, and then that final part, oh, just feel it. Judgment Day. I do admit this is kind of a weird one to have so high up on my list. I mean, it's a good song, but it's not necessarily a very memorable one. But to me, I just really enjoy every time I go to the final dungeon and I start hearing this song. It gets me pumped up for the end of the game. It's very epic in tone, and I remember my first time playing through the game, this song alone let me know that this was the end of the game. I could tell that this was truly the final countdown to Sephiroth and aliens. Heart of Anxiety. This song just reminds me of all those times I spent just immersed in the Final Fantasy VII world. Just walking around, enjoying the scenery, not worrying about beating the game, just enjoying it. You know, it's very rare that I get that kind of enjoyment out of a video game anymore. It seems like every video game I play now is just like, Alpha Team, go to Bravo Sector! It's always trying to push you to the end of the game, and so I get to the end of the game and I beat it, and then I go out and buy another one. But Final Fantasy VII and a couple other games in my collection have truly captured me to where I can just jump into the world and enjoy it for what it is. This song does something very special. It gives you the spirit of adventure without also being loud and abrupt. It's very somber, almost makes you sad when you listen to it, but it also makes you want to adventure and explore the world around you. Turk's theme. You know I had to include this one. I mean, come on, the song is like 80% snapping fingers, and it's still amazing. It is truly art. And you know, after playing through this game so many times, I've started to realize that you don't actually see the Turks that often. They really only pop up a few times throughout the game, and yet, every time you hear this theme, you know what's happening. The Finger Snap Squad has appeared, and it's time to potentially fight them. Maybe. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't know. Shinra Company. I'm not sure there's a song out there that is a more definitive evil corporation song than this one. I mean, no one's walking into that front lobby and hearing this song and thinking, this would be a nice place to work. I can see it now, some guy walking in with an application. The second he hears that thing come on the PA, he's like, nope, I'm out. Genova. This is a really great battle theme, and I love how it only plays when you're fighting Jenova, giving her her own identity. It sounds so alien and mystic, and it fits Jenova perfectly because, you know, she's an alien, and she's mystical. The best use of this song for sure is the first time you fight Jenova. You're on the boat and Sephiroth's doing all this crazy stuff and you have no idea what's going on. All of a sudden he throws his arm at you and now you're fighting this giant alien monster and you're like, what in the world? And the song is all like really crazy and high paced. I mean, it truly feels like the first real boss fight of the game. Too bad Jenova's usually not that hard. One-Winged Angel. I can hear you now typing down in the comment section, I can't believe you put this song at number 12. What are you, crazy? And trust me, it was very hard to put this song at number 12. But I think over the years, it's kind of lost its luster for me. I mean, sure, the first time I fought, say, for Sephiroth and that song was playing in the background, it was probably one of the most epic experiences of my gaming life. But over the years, I found myself listening to this song less and less. Maybe it's just that the song is too long, or I've beaten Sephiroth so many times that it doesn't have as much of an effect on me anymore, but something about it just doesn't pique my interest like it used to. Now trust me, if this were the 25 most well-composed songs on the soundtrack, this would be top 3 for sure, in fact probably number 1, the most well-composed song in the entire game. But I can't really place it any higher on my favorites list because I just don't listen to it very often anymore. Either way, it's a masterpiece, it deserves its spot. Fight on. I think it's safe to say that this was the most loved song on the soundtrack when the game first came out. This was the song that all the kids were humming at school. This was the song that everyone would think of when they thought of the game. This is the definitive Final Fantasy VII song, at least for back then. Maybe it was just the most catchy song on the soundtrack, or it was just the fact that we heard it a lot, but whatever the case, it was awesome. And it's still awesome. Just the fact that I've played this game so many times and I still find myself headbanging to this song when it comes on is a true testament of how amazing it is. You can say that the majority of the soundtrack is somber in tone and really fits with the overall atmosphere of the game. But this song cuts away from all of that. It says, hey, forget about all that plot stuff for a couple minutes. Right now, it's time to fight. Dear to the Heart. Now we're getting into it. The top 10. These are my absolute favorite songs of the soundtrack. This song truly holds a special place in my heart. If you're a big fan of video games and you've been playing them for a long time, I'm sure you have a lot of memorable moments that you hold close to your heart. One of those moments where maybe you just had a long day, or you're thinking about life, or perhaps something really big just happened in your life, and you happen to be playing a video game and you're just thinking about things, how you got here and where you're going, and a song like this comes on and it actually soothes you. It matches what's going on in your life at the moment, and it almost feels like you're talking to a friend. But you're not. You're just sitting there alone in the darkness with the warm glow of the TV reflecting off of you. I can't tell you what it is about this song, but I remember a moment in my life when I was playing this game and I was standing on the tracks near Coral and I was just listening to the song, just soaking it in. And I felt so calm for that moment. Main theme of Final Fantasy VII. This is a song that I think a lot of people wouldn't put this high up on their favorites list, and it's probably just because you hear it so often. Every single time you're on the world map, you have to listen to it. But I've always had a pretty big connection with this song, and I've talked on my stream before about how much of a connection I have with this game, and this song just reminds me of this game. The entire adventure, everything that goes on in the game, all the times I've ever played it, this song kind of reminds me of all those moments. Not only that, but it's a masterpiece in its own right. It's one of those songs you can play for someone who's never played the game before, and they'll enjoy it. It's a great theme because it describes the game so well. It feels like an adventure, but it also feels like impending doom at the same time. It's a game where you never know what's going to happen next, and anything could happen. Birth of a God. I don't think I even have to explain this one too much. It's truly one of the best battle themes of all time. You wouldn't think that anything could stand up to One-Winged Angel, but here it is. Right before Save for Sephiroth, you have to fight Bizzarro Sephiroth, and this song is truly amazing. But wait, aren't we missing one here? Jenova Absolute. Oh yeah, now we're talking. To me, nothing tops this. This is the greatest battle theme in the game, and probably my favorite battle theme of all time. You work your way all the way through the Northern Crater. You have gone through absolute hell to get to this point. You're ready to finally beat the game. You're ready to finally defeat Sephiroth. What happens? Jenova comes out for one last round. But you know right after you beat this Jenova, you're going after Sephiroth. You're gonna finally defeat him and show him who's boss. This song gives you so much energy, and it gives me so much excitement every single time I hear it. Even if I'm in the middle of a speedrun attempt and I know Jenova is gonna be dead in a couple seconds, I still find myself getting excited over this song. Costa del Sol. Straight from the most epic battle you've ever fought in your life to the most soothing beach you've ever laid your eyes on. Costa del Sol is meant to be a break from all of the action. All game you've been hearing all these somber tones and all of these crazy battle themes, and this is the time to just relax. It's the calm before the everlasting storm, which is the rest of the game. Not only is it amazing to listen to, but it just fits the moment so well. Cloud's cracking jokes at Barret, you're going around talking to girls in bikinis, you're kicking a soccer ball at Red 13. All is good, and no worries are found in Costa del Sol. Those chosen by the planet. I found myself playing this song in my head when I went through all the familiar troubles of being a kid and a teenager. This was my go-to angry song. When I was frustrated with something in life, this was the song I would go to vent out my anger. Not only that, but this song is really scary for a kid. I still have not come across a song in a video game that induces so much terror. Maybe it's just because I played Final Fantasy VII as a kid, but I tell you what, when I was in the Temple of the Ancients and this song was playing and Sephiroth was going all crazy, I was truly terrified. Listen to the cries of the planet. This song is so alluring. From the second you walk into the city, this song seems to just be calling out to you. Just as Aeris calls out to Cloud, this song is pulling you through the city. This was one of those moments as a kid that I could not put the controller down. I had to finish this part of the game. I had to know what secrets this city had dwelling within it. But if only I knew what I was gonna find. Livestream. should probably mention that a lot of songs on this soundtrack have multiple names. I've always found this song to be called The Flow of Life, but looking on the official soundtrack it's actually called Life Stream. Whatever the case, I think everyone is in agreement that this song is truly incredible. I actually think that this song is better listened to away from the game. Usually when it's playing in the game, it's a very critical moment that you're learning a lot of plot points and reading a lot of text, so you kind of forget that the song is even playing in the background. So do yourself a favor. Next time you're on a long drive home in the dark, pop this song in and give it a listen. This song is in the absolute top tier of best relaxing video game songs. I think the only songs I might put on top of this one would be Dire Dire Docks from Mario 64 and Wandering Flames from Final Fantasy X. If you're having a relaxing night thinking about life and all the things it holds, play those 3 songs and I guarantee by the end of the 3rd one you'll be thinking to yourself, wow, video games are great. Aerith's theme. You know, there might be Cloud and Sephiroth fighting an emotional battle throughout the entire game, aliens coming from the sky and meteors falling down to kill us all, but the entirety of Final Fantasy VII really only boils down to one character. Aeris is the one that pulls everything together. Over the entire game, everyone's always looking for the Promised Land. Jenova wants it, Sephiroth wants it, Shinra wants it, the party wants it as well, but Aeris is the only one that ever truly finds it. Everybody believes that the Promised Land is a physical location with infinite amounts of Mako energy, but Aeris realizes that the true nature of the Promised Land is to return to the planet in a state of complete happiness. It's a metaphor for the meaning of life. All of us want happiness, and we want the ability to keep our happiness after we leave this world. Aeris finds a way to die, but become reborn as the savior of the planet, reaching eternal happiness and saving those that she loves. This song fits her story so incredibly well, and to be honest, I think it's one of the biggest reasons why Aeris' death was so impactful to us as kids. I'm probably not the only one that held back the tears during Aeris' death scene, but as soon as this song started playing during the Jenova fight, the waterworks began. It is a true testament to the journey she made inside the game and outside the game as she became one of the most popular characters of all time. I get comments all the time about people that either absolutely love Aeris or absolutely hate Aeris, and it doesn't surprise me that there's such a bipolar opinion with the fans. In my opinion, no matter what you think about Aeris, this song is remarkable. It's been redone so many different times with so many different instruments in so many different ways that it truly withstands the test of time. Cosmo Canyon. I tell you what, I tried so hard to put a song above Cosmo Canyon, but I couldn't do it. This song is my favorite song in the game, and will continue to be my favorite song in the game forever. I used to sit at the base of Cosmo Canyon for hours and just listen to this song as a kid. I can't tell you if it's because I have a little bit of Native American in my blood or if it's just that good of a song, but something about this song just keeps me coming back. Every year I keep coming back to listen to it over and over and over again. I should also mention Red 13's theme and The Great Warrior, which both sound very similar, but this is it. This is the song. In my book, it gets no better than this. Thank you guys so much for watching my top 25 favorite Final Fantasy VII songs. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take the time to comment below and let me know what your favorite songs are. And while you're at it, you can also tell me what other top 10s or top 20s or top 25s you'd like to see me do. This is my first top 10 style video, so I would love to know if you guys would like to see more of them. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.